Hello everyone! Today in this short little video, I will be talking about proper procedures of cleansing, step by step on how to do hot towels application, knowing the contraindications of the skin, proper procedures and safety. So very quickly, my name is Maria and welcome. If you are here for the first time, I hope that you enjoy my tutorial, but most of all, please remember to subscribe and leave me comments below. I love to connect with you. So very quickly, the first step before you do any skin cleansing is to cleanse the lips if she has makeup and eye makeup. So you just get a little bit of cleanser, clean her lips, and then with this a little disc like this, you will wipe off the cleanser. Same thing with the eyes. So one eye at a time, you get a little bit of cleanser, clean her eyes. Of course, her eyes are going to be closed, and then gently wipe one way and then the other way. Once one eye is clean, then you do the other eye. So today I'm also going to show you a quick procedure on how to cleanse the face. Take a good cleanser, pH balanced. Okay, and I always like to put a little bit of water because water will emulsify, and with few strokes apply the cleanser. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the décolleté. I get a little bit more water, and you always start with the forehead and the cleansing. The circles are done upwards, then around the eyes. We don't really have to worry about the eye makeup because we already removed it. So a few circles around. On the nose, be very careful not to apply too much pressure because you don't want to close the nostrils, and then the bridge. Circles on the face, always upwards and upwards. Go down a little bit. Remember that you have to cleanse every single square inch. Now the jawline. Now take a couple of minutes to clean the chin area, under the nose, and then down on the neck, and then down on the décolleté, around the shoulders and up. Now at this point you can get some sponges or gauzes to remove, and especially if she has a lot of makeup on, I like to maybe use a cotton to remove the excess, because if she has a lot of makeup, you do not want to stain your towels. So I would just clean her makeup, the excess makeup, and then redo this procedure. After you do the second cleansing, then I take my towel. This towel was rolled up lengthwise. You can see here, it's lengthwise. And you apply. Now before you put it down, you always have to ask the client if she likes hot or warm. Be very careful, she is claustrophobic, not to leave this on too long. Okay, very lightly. And then with the corners, you want to remove the cleanser. And if you notice that the towel is not dirty, then you know that the skin is nice and clean. So then you want to slide the towel down and then you gently remove it. Okay? During skin analysis, you can ask your client about what she is wanting from the facial. Check if she has any blackheads, whiteheads, milia, all these things, impurities, surface dehydration, and on and on. So you really have to take this time in really analyzing her skin. After this point, you should do some form of exfoliation. It could be a scrub, a peel, HAs, BHAs, whatever you want to remove the surface of the dead skin. Once that's done, your skin is ready for hot towels. Now, if you don't like hot towels, you can do steaming, and I do have a tutorial on steamers. Now, the towel is a little bit on the hotter side because we need to soften the skin. So when you apply it the first time, you put it right underneath the nose, and this goes up, and the other side goes up. And you put a little bit of pressure, and the heat of the towel will penetrate the skin. Now you leave the towel on for maybe 30 seconds because you will start feeling the towel becoming cooler, and the temperature has to be the right temperature for your client. As the towel starts to get cooler, this is the time that I will reach for the second towel. Now, although this procedure is not as convenient as the steamer, the towel procedure, the hot towel procedure on the face can bring about many, many beneficial effects. So now I do not want to take the towel off totally. We're going to lift it halfway. Okay. Always take care of your client's well-being. I will put down the second towel, and I'm going to lift this up, put this down. Okay. And then I'm going to lift this up like this. Now this towel here is going to go into the water. Now, how many times do we want to exchange the towels? Well, approximately, I would say between 8 to 10 minutes, just as long as when you would do the actual steamer. Reaching for the third application. Now, what's happening during this procedure? Very similar to the steamer. So it softens the follicle. The opening, which is called the ostia, allows a deeper cleansing, so the dirt, the grease, the blackheads, and the debris of the follicles are softened. So now I'm going to lift it again. Very good. The client is totally relaxed, and the temperature is always consistent. Okay, so now I'm going to put right underneath the nose. Lift this part here. So this procedure is really important that I don't lift the towel totally. Okay. Again, I'm asking the client if the temperature is good. If I'm noticing that the water is getting cooled down while this towel is on, which is towel number 3, I will go and get some more hot water so it keeps always the same temperature. It stimulates the sebaceous glands, and now the sebaceous glands are the oil glands, and the oil glands keeps the moisture to the skin, so it stimulates that. So to stimulate the sebaceous glands is incredible, especially for mature skin and also dry skin. And I keep on rotating the same 2 towels. Now this procedure also aids the sweat glands, the eccrine and the apocrine, that releases the toxins in the skin. Okay. So as you're doing this, also keep an eye that the skin is not getting too red. Now remember, this is a mannequin, but you do have to keep a really close eye that you're not over irritating the skin. So safety is really important. The client is totally relaxed. Now Another benefit is that it stimulates the blood circulation from within. And if we stimulate the blood circulation, guess what? We're nourishing the skin from within. Amazing treatment for mature skin, all skin types, but especially the mature skin. Now, let's talk a little bit about the contraindications, which is very important. Some people are claustrophobic. So this procedure, you should not do it because they will feel anxiety if you're doing this procedure. The next one is if somebody is overly reactive, the skin is reactive, or the skin is very sensitive, or if the client has either rosacea or cuprose, the rosy cheeks. If she has if it's a mild cuprose, it's okay, but if it's really bad cuprose, I would not advise it. Now, another contraindication that I would pay really close attention, and I would not do this procedure, is somebody that has acne or a lot of blemishes. Now, if it has 1 or 2 blemishes, don't worry, but if she has a lot of blemishes, I would not advise this procedure. Why? Because in the blemish, it has a lot of little bacteria called streptococci and staphylococci. And if I keep on using the towels and there's blemishes and I keep on moving the towel around, guess what? The bacteria will be in the towel and all over her face. So I would advise you to use the steamer or the vaporizer. And I do have a tutorial on that subject, and I will put a link so you can check that one out. Okay, so once you've done, I would say at least 8 to 10 towels, and I showed you the procedure, this is the time that you would take it off. These towels, they need to be sanitized, washed properly in bleach, disinfect the towels. And at this time, the skin is nice and soft and ready for extractions. Now, once you've completed the extractions, now be very careful that you do that correctly. Now, this is the time that you would disinfect the skin with, it could be with witch hazel or camphor or any kind of toner to close or to tighten the pores. Now, I like to do high frequency because high frequency is an oscillating current that will disinfect the skin. And again, I have a tutorial on that subject, so do look at that. Now, another thing that you can do is different serums because the skin is ready to receive, or even galvanic current. And I do have 3 tutorials on the subject. Galvanic current pushes the active ingredients in the skin, and so it does nourishes the skin. So you're pushing active ingredients with the current. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Do leave comments below and let me know what you think about this procedure. Treat yourself with love and respect. Until the next time, take care.